finals, not losing a single game with the solo LeBron James. FatPac with the solo Shaggy has had a heck of a bracket run here, only losing to iiMintyHippo in the winners finals to then beat Cruncho in losers finals to be able to get the rematch here on Minty. So now one of these players is going to take it all. Let's find out who that will be.
I will say, I think FatPac is going to be a lot more aggressive. He's lost to Minty, and I do feel like that is going to come into play here with how he's going to play against Minty. I feel like that grudge is still there, and he's ready to go. And I feel like Minty, he may or may not, it's hard to explain, but I would feel that he, feels right now, he feels very confident. And that could very much, cause him to belittle FatPac and then lose because of that. I feel like once he does lose that, first game, if he does start doing that, I feel like he's going to understand, I can't really do that here. So, then he's probably going to go back to how he normally is if that does happen.
I mean, there's a possibility for that, but this is Grand Finals for a reason. This ain't going to be easy, especially since we're going to be starting off here on Batcave. This is a great starting stage for both of these characters, honestly. The ability to be able to use the basketball in conjunction with the Batmobiles is going to be very advantageous here for LeBron, but at the same time, we've seen the combo extensions that FatPac has been getting off the side of the Batmobiles, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more of that here going into this first game.
Very true, especially with both players are very even in percent. Nobody's really getting ahead of the other. Plus, Minty is utilizing that ball so well. And then again, so is FatPac. His offstage game is crazy with that ball.
He's come out here for more than just food. He's here for blood, as he's going hard on this edge guard here against Minty. But Minty's going to be able to make it back onto stage. He hasn't been able to get much off since he lost the first stock at all, trying to go for the side special, but FatPac has so much momentum, so much energy going in his favor. And the double, he's going to get the win!
1-3!
That is the first game!
That is the quickest game I've ever seen with this Invitational so far. That was 1 minute and 3 seconds.
That is the first game in this entire bracket that Minty has lost. And what a way to make that your first game loss. I mean, wow!
Wow, that was extremely quick. Blink and you would have missed it, everyone. That was so fast and just so cunning. Especially with that wall that he utilized at the first stock there to get that first kill. He knew he was going to bounce off that wall and instantly move to catch with the dare. That is really impressive to see. And I really doubt we're going to see Batcave. In fact, we're going to go to Trophy's Edge as the counter pick on Minty's part.
Very neutral counter pick for the stage here, but I do like the floating platforms for basketball control a little bit. It gives you the opportunity to be able to do some potential setups that you wouldn't normally notice here. But we'll have to see how that goes, because it also is beneficial for Shaggy. We've seen FatPac do some great work on the stage. I wouldn't be surprised to see it here once again.
Something I also will say, I would feel FatPac has a little bit more motivation, because he's not only fighting for himself, he's fighting for a whole guild that he runs and his whole team. And if FatPac does win this, that will boost their image so much, especially with that trophy in their hands.
What guild is that?
I'll have to look, because I have to look at what it's called again. It's just called semi-solos.
No, okay.
Yeah, he's playing for his guild, I feel, and I feel like they're all backing him up, especially in the chat. I've seen a couple members, and I am very, very excited for how this just is going to turn out, especially after that first game.
We'll have to see how it goes. It ain't over yet. Just remember this, Coffeebean. Minty only has 3 games he needs to win, whereas FatPac does need 6. So that is more of an advantage to Minty overall. So we'll have to see how it goes here. But so far, I mean, FatPac keeping the momentum for the previous game in his advantage here, as he's been able to get a great set of combos here to be able to keep Minty away from being able to extend any sort of lead.
Very
oh
true,
no, but this is very bad.
Minty is going in with that ball, especially off stage. I feel like if Minty does get him off stage, it is really easy to hit with that ball. And the thing with Batcave is it does kind of get rid of that, because if the Batmobiles are still there, he can't really get that ball off stage as easily as he can on stages like Trophies and No Flat Skyrim.
That is true. However, we do have to see whether or not that will reign true here, as we've got Misty waiting patiently here for FatPac to make it back onto stage. Hasn't been able to get anything going yet.
I love the
usage of shield there, but it's too late. Not going to matter here as we get the first stock here, and he's going to try to extend it so widely here. Minty just has the momentum back into his side of the field, but FatPac is not done yet.
Very, very true. Right now, it isn't looking too good for FatPac on this game. But if FatPac does get a pretty good kill right here, and then the early kill with like Dare or something, he could still win, especially with already taking Minty back to 100.
Oh, that was really great. A bit of patience. Oh, that up special. I did not see that coming, but you know what? The side special going to kill there, I kind of saw coming, as we get a 1-to-1 score for Minty.
Very true. Also, something that I noticed, and I'm not sure if you did, but the one last Zoinks, it was actually pretty late to come out. Once he got to 100, it still hadn't come out, but he had to get hit again for it to come out. It came out at like 109 instead of 100.
We'll see how that goes, honestly. I mean, at this point, it's very even between both of them. They both played these two games very dominantly, where I can't really tell at the moment who could take it. So, I mean, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, as commentators, that's all we can do, I mean, sure, we can call for a Thug Finals. But I mean, other than that, yeah, all we can really do is just sit here and watch and tell people what's going on.
Exactly. So currently looks like they're discussing bans and such. Still going with the Trophy's Edge at the moment. Do you think we're going to see a counter pick? And if so, what counter pick do you think it would be?
It does look like we're going to Treefort of all places.
Well, that's a great prediction if you're right here.
I mean, here's the thing about Treefort and Grands. It's funny. It's, that's why it'd be great to see it, especially in Grands. And no one picks Treefort. That's another thing. I don't know why people don't like Treefort.
Treefort is one of those stages that with hazards on is a nightmare to play on. The fact that you have to destroy the trees, which are bouncy, by the way,
also,
it's very annoying potentially, but FatPac might actually bring your super early prediction to life here.
Ain't no way, dude. Superman,
it's actually
told
happening.
You. Someone had Superman. And what do you know? It's I didn't even know he had Superman. Actually, wait, if it's, yes, I do. Because I think he uses the zombie ult. But I'm actually not sure, I'll be honest. But it is crazy seeing Superman in Grands, though, especially against LeBron.
Alright, we'll have to see if this counter pick does prove to be wise here. I think it's a good counter pick in the sense that Frost Breath does help get rid of Basketball's pressure here. But when you are in a disadvantageous state where you're going to get hit by Basketball anyways, it's not as helpful. But bringing it back to an even state here, yeah, I'm going to use the Frost Breath to get rid of the Basketball, and then it does make it a throwable projectile for you.
Is very, very true. And plus, he has now put on School Me Once, which is going to, I think, be just a great advantage for FatPac here. And also, Superman.
That's not it! That will
the dash dance after that. That's just pure disrespect. Still, though, he did almost get swiped and killed there. The thing with Superman, though, is that grab is so scary.
It definitely is a very scary move to have to deal with here, especially when you get grabbed from that far away. But right now, I mean, all things considered, iiMintyHippo needs to get this KO as soon as possible, especially against someone like Superman, who is a tank character, and he's going to be able to get it with a grounded. down tilt to be able to get that kill there. And now both players are pretty even at this point. However, we need to see a lot more percent here on the Superman because he can live for quite a while.
You know, the thing about Superman is I don't see a lot of combos from Superman, but the thing that does make up for it is his pure damage output. He can
I'm seeing some really great combos from this Superman, actually. So I'm very glad that we're seeing that this counter pick actually does mean something. It's more than just, yeah, I'm gonna use my Frost Breath to cheese out the basketball. It's like, no, I'm actually going to put my opponent in a position to where this character has an important reason to why I use him.
That was a good basketball throw from Superman. I gotta admit. He read the jump on him. 136 against Superman is just not a really good position at all. I would think with LeBron, he would have to get Superman at least to 120 before Doug starts killing.
I would say 110 for sure. 110, 120 makes about sense here. But right now, 144, I mean, at this point, I would be thinking, okay, how am I going to play out this next game? Because there's no way you're going to be able to live that, unfortunately. FatPac going to take game 2. 1 game away from resetting the bracket for a true grand final situation.
Another thing I've called, by the way, I called that at the start. My predictions are on point today. I've got to admit, they are never this good.
Yeah.
Let's see where Minty is going to counterpick. Personally, I am going to read Skyrim and no plats, maybe. That's where I think he'll take him.
I could see it. I think having a stage with platforms might be, what
maybe
you need.
I would say Trophy's Edge, I think, is his best pick. Especially with just how he plays and everything like that. I would say he will pick Trophy's Edge over Skyrim and no plats. The more you see it, yeah, once you bring that up. I will say, if he does get that grab and he's off stage, that will spell an early stock. And it looks like we're going to Cromulons?
Yeah, boy.
It's a pick and a half. And I would just like to say, this just carries on for what I see from Cartoon Cup. In every single Cartoon Cup, if you go back and watch Grands, Cromulons has been featured every single time. This just carries on with that. It features just so much of everything. So running with the Ultra Warrior Shaggy versus versus Robin LeBron.
FatPac gonna swap back to the Shaggy. You know what? This is really smart here.
I would say he's not letting... I'm pretty sure he's doing this to not let Minty get used to a single play style.
That's exactly what it is. That's 100% what it is.
Yeah, it's very smart on FatPac's part. He plays a character that is extremely fast, aggressive, and then he plays Superman, a character that he's more on the slow side, but he's still really aggressive.
Here we go, getting into game number 4 of Grand Finals. I can't believe we're at this point already. It's really exciting to see who is going to take this trophy home with them.
And it really, even though it's been like 6 hours, it does not feel like it's been 6 hours.
It hasn't. It's went by pretty darn quickly here as we go on to Cromulons for game 4. I could see this being a really great stage for LeBron or Shaggy, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. Those speakers are going to come in clutch for both. Especially with extending combos off of them.
Alright, gonna get hit with the basketball, even outside of dodge there, and just gonna immediately capitalize on getting some extensions here.
Then again, though, it does look like right now Minty is kind of in the control seat, but then again, I feel like FatPac could just take that right back from him, especially with how he is playing this.
There's a possibility that it could happen here, but I mean, FatPac has been putting him in a great position to edge guard here, but Minty has been able to get back onto stage properly here. It's not going to kill on this kind of stage just yet, Minty. Got to add a little more % before you can get away with something like that.
Yeah, and I do think that FatPac has found the answer for getting, for kind of countering Minty's dunk, especially with how he plays Shaggy.
There we go. Gonna land that side special from the air. Gonna get that kill, and now just gonna keep the game going in his favor.
Oh my god, almost a 0 to death.
Oh my goodness.
20. I didn't even see what move he did. He just ran into him and he took damage. But okay, we're still even. That dare. Whoa. He does get rid of rage there.
Gonna do the no look. Oh, there we go. We're gonna see a little bit more of some extensions here from FatPac.
He's taking him out.
Oh, he wasn't able to get another forward air there. I think he should have went for it because Shaggy does have the ability to make it back onto stage, or even like a side special, just risk it all potentially. But I do admire the patience there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Plus, something I am noticing, FatPac is using Sandwich a lot less because I would mainly think because of LeBron's defense and how he can just get ball right back with that if he wants. The only time he's really using Sandwich is when he already has a ball.
There we go. That's going to take us to game number 5 of potentially first set of grand finals. If Minty wins this next game against what will probably be the Superman, we will be crowning a new champion. But will FatPac make that a difficult thing for Minty to try to do? Or will it possibly be Minty's for the taking?
It's a great question. I would feel if FatPac does pull out Superman, sooner or later, if he does get the Grand Finals reset, Minty is going to learn that Superman and then capitalize off of it. I do feel like, especially right now with the Game 5, FatPac is in just a very bad position.
Potentially. I feel like the Superman is just the way to go here. Honestly, it really is. Because it did so well in the Tree 4 game, but if Minty has full momentum on lock, we could see a really devastating game here. No, FatPac going to stick with the Shaggy for game 5.
It's because he picked Batcave. And so I'm pretty sure he's going to try to capitalize off of what he did the first game, and he's going to try to do that exact thing again with Shaggy.
But the question is then, will that work? Because if I'm in Minty's shoes, which I'm not, obviously, I would be asking, well, not even asking, I would be thinking, all right, he's going to go for the same cheese that he did before the first game, so let's just play against that.
Very true, yes. Is just a big thing to do. And here's the thing though, I think something else that comes into play with that is, does Minty remember it? Because with 3 games have passed, so I think the remembrance game comes into play with it.
I mean, yeah, with how dominant that first game was, I'm sure he remembers it very well.
Oh, yeah, that is probably true. That is another thing that happened with how just dominating it was. Because he is staying to the middle a lot more instead of just going out to the edge.
Ooh, here we go, looking for that sweet alley-oop to get that first stock. Now, Minty is literally one whole stock away from winning the Cartoon Cup Invitational Finals. Will it happen? He's making a case for it as he's going in so hard to keep this combo 100%. Extended for as long as possible, keeping FatPac in a huge disadvantage, going so hard for a kill. Gonna use neutral air to try to recover back on stage. However, FatPac is one stock away now.
Both players. One for the grand final, he said to keep this alive. The other,
this is a bad place to be. Yep.
At the end of the day,
FatPac looking for some sort of way to be able to get the rage, but he won't to, as Minty's gonna take it! Cartoon Cup Invitational Finals finally has a champion to crown in iiMintyHippo with the LeBron James. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner!
iiMintyHippo, I would just like to say, coming from what seed he is, that is extremely impressive. iiMintyHippo is seed 9 in the 16-man tourney. So it is extremely impressive that he's able to come out here and he was able to win this, especially against FatPac on the stage that he got dominated on like that. And you know, we're gonna pull Minty in here for just an after tournament interview since he did win. And you know, big congratulations to Minty are in order 100%.
I mean, what can I say other than
there he is.
Congratulations, dude. Seriously.
Really, man, you played that shit so good.
Oh, yeah.